Well, hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Stanbony on YouTube. How you been? Well, today we're going to be doing a review on a ROCCAT Kone Pro Air wireless mouse. Just came out a few days ago. There's quite a few reviews out there already. Okay, so we're going to tell you what we think about it. All right, as a wireless mouse at the $140 range. All right, and we'll go over the mouse and let's get started. Let's talk about this mouse. Okay, guys. Right? So here it is. All right. So what comes in the box? You're going to get your dongle, and you're going to get a charging cord, USB-C type cord. All right, and that's about it. That's all it comes with. All right. Now the dongle fits right in the bottom, right into this hole here. Okay, nice little feature there. Okay, your Bluetooth and your 2.4 gigahertz switches are on the bottom. Okay, along with your settings that you want, if you want to change in the Swarm software. Okay, they added real nice milky colored pre-heat treated feet that are simply amazing. Okay, these feet are not going to have to be changed. Okay, the one thing you can notice is that the sensor is placed, I guess you would call it the center, even though it's not the center. All right, because how the mouse arches, being an ergo mouse. Okay, it comes with a nice aluminum scroll wheel, very tactile. Okay, I haven't had any problems with mine. I've seen some guys saying that hitting this was causing them to click on the mouse. Well, my model didn't come like that, so you really do have to press down on it. You're not going to hear that. All right, we'll do a sound test in a minute, but it's tight enough to where scrolling is not going to interfere with the click. Okay. The mouse weighs about 75 grams. It's got a nice indentation here on the side for your thumb to sit in. Same thing on the right side. Okay, so if you're a claw gripper like I am, okay, you have a nice place for your thumb. Holds it right in there nice and tight. I still myself prefer to add tape to my mice, to be honest with you. What I recommend is something like this. You know, you can go and get this really cheap. It's like 10 bucks. Anti-slip grip tape from Hotline Games. Okay, this is what I use. I pretty much cover all my mice with it. That's up to you. Okay, but you really don't need it because of the curvature of the mouse. It's really nice. Okay, so let's get into some of the specifications of this mouse. So the mouse comes in at about 125 centimeters in length, which is good for medium to large hands, I would say. It's an ergo design. It's using their Titan switches. Very little play left and right. That's not going to be a problem at all. They're using their optical Titan switches. The side switches are awesome. They're really nice. Okay, and you can see all you're doing is twisting a little bit where your thumb is sitting inside this little hole. It's just a matter of moving up to your mount to your side switch, and there's no pre or post travel whatsoever. Very nice side switches that I've seen so far. I don't think that any other mouse out there has as good a switch. They're nice and big, you can't miss them. Okay, the sensor is a PAW 3370. This new sensor, I believe, is kind of like what they did with the 3335. Basically, the 3335 is like a 3360, but it is designed to use less power. So a 3360 or a 3389 is going to be using about 24 milliwatts of power as opposed to 1 to 1.5 milliwatts of power for the wireless gaming sensors. And that's really the big difference between the sensors when you see them is the wattage that they use. Okay. Now the only other wireless ergo style mouse that I have is the Ponage Ultra Custom. Okay, and basically the difference between the two is that the Ponage is a little higher. Okay, in height it's a little higher. They feel, well, you can never say they feel similar because there's nothing like the ROCCAT with the side indentation that holds your thumb in place. I would honestly, if I were to get the Ultra Custom Ergo, I would get the solid covers. They weigh about the exact same, these two mice. So let's take a look at the
so looking at the Pro
between
Air,
the two.
we're going to put it on the scale. It's coming in at a 71.95, so let's say 72 grams. That's about what I'm seeing everybody else come up with, even though that they're saying it's a 75 gram mouse. It could be they're including the dongle in the bottom when they weigh it. I don't know. But it's a 72 gram mouse as opposed to, let's say, the Ultra Custom Ergo. Comes in about 69.7. So let's say 70 grams. So there's about a 2 gram difference. The Ergo is a slight bit smaller in length, but a slight bit higher in height. So the difference that you're gonna feel is that this protrudes into your palm a little bit more than the ROCCAT does, but the ROCCAT is a little bit bigger of a mouse. So they weigh about the same, but this is still something I would say you'd need medium to a large hand. I would say definitely over 19 centimeters, but you can fingertip this if you want. All right, you can palm it, you can claw it, whatever you want. As long as your hand is over 19 centimeters, I don't think you're going to have a problem. If you're fingertipping it, it isn't going to be a problem, but it is on the larger side. Okay. Now, here you have the ROCCAT Kone Pure Ultra and the new wireless version of it. Okay. They're very, very similar. The Ultra is a little bit smaller, but they have the same curves. They feel almost the same, but this is going to be better for a bigger hand. The scroll wheels feel pretty much the same. I think all they really did was change maybe the material. This is supposed to be an aluminum, and this is plastic. It feels plasticky to me, but it's aluminum. All right, but the scrolls feel almost the same. This might be a little bit of a tighter scroll than the Pure Ultra. The side switches are a little different. They're a little bit smaller. They just took away the space on the Pure Ultra and extended the switches the full length. Other than that, they're about the same, but you are going to feel this as a much bigger mouse. Okay? Maybe not much bigger, but a few centimeters bigger. I would recommend you having at least a 19 centimeter hand for this, because this is not any small mouse. Okay, but for the weight, it's pretty decent to have a mouse this big at that low of a weight and wireless at the same time. Everything else is just the wireless version is just a better mouse all around. The feet are much better than the Kone Pure Ultra. This you can swap out. You can see how the front is a little bit. You can see the difference in shape a little bit. Okay, but other than that, they're pretty close to about the same. Like I said, this just feels a little bit smaller. All right. So this is a 1000 polling rate mouse. Okay, we set it up through the Swarm software, which is a little funny. I found that you had to connect the cable in order to get the settings correct. It could just be something that has to be updated with the Swarm software. You can adjust things still with it unplugged, but I found with the DPI settings and all of that, it was a little bit funny with and without the cable connected. So you can look at that and see what you think. All right, so let's get this baby on, playing, and see how she plays.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Capturing the objective.
Be secure.
Sentry.
Hey guys, and there you have it. There's my review on the ROCCAT Kone Pro Air. You have a good Friday night. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be doing a new video on the MSI Meg Z590 Godlike and the 11900K, which will be going into Crystal Skull X-Spec real soon. All right. Have a good Friday night. Peace.